Ah, you daft bastards. In this episode of the Misadventures of wee Kevin, Kevin and his numpty pal Lance take a trip into Toon, expect stolen cabbages, brawls and a whole lot of shite. Sit down, shut up and watch these eejits turn the Toon upside down. Slàinte, you bawbags. Well, it was a dry day in Glenfinnan, and Kevin and Lance, those two eejits, decided they'd take a trip into Toon to see what mischief they could stir up. They hopped on Kevin's rusty old bicycle, with Lance perched on the handlebars like a daft scarecrow, and off they wobbled down the road. Upon arriving in Toon, the first place they hit was McDougal's pub. They ordered a pint each and settled in, looking round for their next bit of trouble. No sooner had they finished their pints than Kevin spotted a dartboard on the wall. "Lance, you useless ballbag, I bet you canna hit the bullseye," Kevin slurred, half cut already. "Ack, you're on, you dafty," Lance replied, grabbing a dart and squinting at the board. He took aim, but as he threw, he slipped on a puddle of spilled ale and sent the dart flying into old Mrs. McTavish's arse. "Och, you wee shite," she screamed, jumping up and causing a right commotion. Kevin and Lance, trying to hold back their laughter, decided it was time to skedaddle before they got their arses kicked. They bolted out the pub and made their way to the market square, where a wee farmer's market was in full swing. Kevin, the cheeky git, spotted a stall selling cabbages and decided to nick a couple. "Quick, Lance, grab those cabbages," Kevin hissed. Lance, nae stranger to daft schemes, scooped up a handful of cabbages and stuffed them under his shirt. But as they made their getaway, the cabbage seller noticed and gave chase, yelling at the top of his lungs, "You thieving bastards, come back with my cabbages." Kevin and Lance ran like the wind, but in their panic they stumbled into a troop of bagpipers marching down the street. The pipers scattered like chickens, their bagpipes wheezing and honking as they tried to avoid the cabbages tumbling for Lance's shirt. "You've done it this time, Kevin," Lance puffed, trying to keep up. "Ah, shut your gob and keep running," Kevin snapped back, barely able to see through his tears of laughter. Eventually, they ducked into a wee alley to catch their breath. They thought they were in the clear until a bobby appeared at the end of the alley, his nightstick twirling menacingly. "Oi, ye two, what have you been up to?" he barked. Thinking quickly, Kevin put on his best innocent face. "Oh, nothing, officer. Just a wee misunderstanding with some cabbages, you ken." The bobby looked the more, shaking his head. "Right, you pair of numpties, get yourselves hame before I lock you up for the night." Grateful to escape with their hides intact, Kevin and Lance made their way back to Glenfinnan, still laughing at the day's misadventures. Covered in cabbage leaves and bruised egos, they vowed to lay low for a while, or at least until the next time they fancied a trip into Toon. And so, the tale of Kevin and Lance's escapade in the Toon became yet another chapter in the legend of Glenfinnan's daftest duo, a warning to you who might think to follow in their foolhardy footsteps.